what I want to talk about is Sony Online Entertainment has been sold off from Sony. What this means is that they will now be their own company, and they're calling themselves Daybreak Studios, I believe. And these are the people who made DC Universe, H1Z1, PlanetSide 2. I believe they made some EverQuest games or something like that, some EverQuest type games. They make a lot of MMOs recently. That's usually what their bread and butter is, and what it has been for quite a little while. And what this is saying, they're now on their own. So now that they're on their own, they will be making, they will make PC games, PlayStation 4 games. They'll still be making mobile games, and now they'll be making Xbox One games, or Xbox games in general. I'm not sure if this means that they will make any Wii games or Nintendo games. I would kind of doubt it, because most of their games are usually MMO type of games, and recently they've been doing a lot of MMOs. Like I said, they made the new MMO H1Z1. That's their newest project, and that is basically just a DayZ type of competition, and it looks pretty decent. I mean, I've heard a couple of issues with it recently, because they were supposed to be free, but you have to pay to win and things like that. But I'm wondering now, will those games that they've recently or made, will they make their transition over to Xbox? I would have loved to have DC Universe come over to Xbox. I actually put in a lot of money into DC Universe when I had my PS3. It was actually one of my favorite PlayStation games. It was one of my reasons for grabbing the PlayStation. I had to find another way, because I wanted to play the Champion game. I believe it's called something Champions, and it was supposed to be an Xbox version of like DC Universe, and they were coming out at the same time, but something happened with the Xbox version and they canceled that and only came out on PC. I've always wanted that type of superhero game on my console, so knowing that these guys are by themselves, I'm not sure if Sony owns this IP or what this is, if Daybreak will be able to bring this game to Xbox. I'm really hoping that they are able to. I feel like that would be amazing. I'm actually surprised that this has happened with the games like H1Z1 and PlanetSide 2 going to the PlayStation. But now, will we see them transition over to Xbox as well? Free-to-play games are becoming an Xbox thing as well as a PlayStation thing, just like the PC. And it would make sense for these things to come over, because they would make a lot more money that way. Now, I was wondering if, like I said, if they had just had this deal with Sony, and now these games will only be on PlayStation and PC as exclusives, and their newer titles will become Xbox games. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Sony owns these IPs or not. I'm hoping that they don't, because I kind of want to see these guys or these guys put these games on the Xbox. But this is one of the craziest things that happened this morning. I'm really still in shock about it, and I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys are excited. Do you think we'll see H1Z1 and all of those type of games on the Xbox now? I did find it a little weird that they had announced that PlanetSide 2 was going to be on the PlayStation, and it was supposed to come out around the same time as Warframe. It was supposed to be Warframe. What was that other DC Universe? They had the Blacklight Retribution, and it was PlanetSide was the 4 games that they were really showing off on the PlayStation 4 that was going to be day one or around launch. But PlanetSide 2 never released. It's actually just now hitting beta on the PlayStation. So that was a strange thing. I don't know if this had anything to do with that, if this messed them up or anything. But I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. I'm hoping that those games come over, because they do look nice. I've heard good things about PlanetSide. I know I've experienced DC Universe, and I know I like that. Hopefully I'll be able to transfer my data over, and I'll have all the stuff that I bought on the PlayStation 3. And H1Z1, well, it's just DayZ, and it's probably a better DayZ than DayZ, so I wouldn't mind having it. You know, it's just more options. Xbox is lacking in the free-to-play department and in MMO department, so this will really help probably both companies out very much, because they both need each other. You know, this studio now needs more money, more opportunities to create games. Who knows, they might get into some partnerships with Microsoft and with maybe Nintendo, or maybe or even PlayStation again. And you know, they PlanetSide and H1Z1, those in DC Universe could be just for PlayStation, and they'll keep working on those just for PlayStation, and then maybe they come out with some stuff for Xbox. And I'm just in shock that this is happening. It seems that Sony's troubles are still hurting them financially, so they're trying to give up a couple studios. I just didn't expect it to be them. I guess out of all of the companies, this would be the one I would give up as well, because they don't make PlayStation games like a lot. Most of their games are basically PC games, MMO games that don't really appeal to a lot of console gamers, so most of their games don't usually hit the consoles. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, and that's all I got for y'all today. Keep killing the game. Peace.